welcome to today's manga haul video. So a few times a year I do these sort of haul videos, which is just bits and bobs I've picked up over the last few months that hasn't quite fit into any other kind of haul or video that I've done. A little bit here, a little bit there, an odd volume I've ordered online, or I've managed to go shopping and picked up a few volumes. This I think is 4 months worth of pickups here and there. And we're just going to go through them and we'll talk about where I got them from and like any deals and stuff I tried to do. So let's just jump straight in. The first stack of volumes, we have 4 volumes that were very kindly sent to me from Panini Comics in the UK. So first off we have volume 4 of How I Attended an All Guys Mixer. Volume 4, did I say that? I do think I'm missing volume 2 because I was going to go read it for my April bingo board, because I think there was one that was like group date or something and I thought this would be perfect, but I think I'm missing volume 2, so I need to go track down volume 2 and then I can read 2, 3 and 4 all together. Next we have Teogonia volume 3. This has been a really interesting take on isekai, and I do love my isekai, where the memories of the characters kind of merged from someone from modern day Japan. So they've not been like overwritten by someone that's reincarnated, but they're like having memories and words and things that they probably shouldn't have for this like world. I'm also interested in the whole like markings power system. That's quite neat. Next we have the next Twisted Tale Part of Your World volume 1. This is a twisted tale based on The Little Mermaid, and the what if in this is what if Ariel never defeated Ursula. So we start the story a year after what should be the end of The Little Mermaid. However, Ursula has not been defeated. Ursula is still a queen, princess on the land with Eric. I think they're married. The king is missing, presumed dead, and Ariel still doesn't have her voice back. And it's kind of following the what if scenario of that. So the other 2 Twisted Tales have only been 2 volumes, so I'm assuming this is also going to be 2 volumes, and I'm hoping the next one will be out soonish because I really like this one. I think I might have enjoyed this one the most so far. And then we also have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Volume 1, the manga, and I have read this one as well, and I have played some of the game as well. I think I was talking to Ben about it, and Ben decided to go and start playing the game again because I don't think he quite finished it. He was like, I'll just start over, which is what I'd been contemplating as well. I do like my Star Wars manga, even when it's retelling events of games and series that I've already read, watched, engaged with. Just really enjoy the Star Wars universe as a whole. I am also doing reading review vlog videos where I do talk about my reads in more detail. I'm not going to go into too much detail in this video because it's going to be too long otherwise. So I would recommend, if you're interested in more thoughts and stuff I've read, check out those videos. This is more like stuff I've picked up on like new releases and at prices and where they came from, stuff like that. Now according to my spreadsheet, because I rely on my spreadsheet for everything, especially to tell me what I've collated over the last few months for these videos, the next one we have is The Mermaid Trapped in My Lake Volume 1, which was again kindly sent from the Yen Eyes Press family. I did also read this. I read it in March. I'm not sure if did I read it in March? I can't remember when I read it. Anywho, it's very pretty, if not a little creepy, but it's kind of the point. I did get a little confused because we seem to be, the most of the volume I think is a flashback to like understand the merman and who he is and what's going on, but I did get a bit confused because the character that's like the modern day character is the same name as the girl from the past, which is a whole thing. There's a plot point, that's the point, but I got very confused. But I think I picked it up quickly-ish, probably not as quick as I should have, but it's a very, very pretty, if not mildly disturbing, which is no bad thing. It's no bad thing, by the way. So next, I backed a Kickstarter. I say I backed a Kickstarter. Ben backed the Kickstarter because I was away when it went live. So we have Star Wars New Hope, the manga from Dark Horse, and they did a Kickstarter. There's 2 volumes here, volumes 1 and 2, but they're too big, so I'm just going to do one at a time. And there are these big old hardcovers, quite big, you can tell. Where's a manga volume? This is the manhwa, a manhwa volume, which is a big volume anyway. So it's quite large. And Dark Horse kickstarted a whole variety of different editions. I wasn't too fussed about too fancy an edition. I asked Ben to just back like the basic ones. I wanted the books and I was good with that. What I do think is quite neat is the way they've done it is they are scans of the original manga, and then it has the translations notes around the edges here, and I just think it is super duper neat, and I am kind of hoping they're going to do it with the rest of them quite badly. I think they did like original trilogy and prequel trilogy. As in, I think Dark Horse printed the manga for those. I'm not sure if there's been anything for the new trilogy sequels. And he's quite pleased with that. Ben's quite pleased with it as well, as we are both quite big Star Wars fans. The next stop on my last few months of adventures, so I have been traveling a lot for work. I keep doing days here and there, but they're like every week or multiple times a week it feels. And one of my journeys, I trained back through Manchester, and then Ben came and picked us up. But to get back to the car, we were parked near Travelling Man, so I was like, well, this is a treat. I'm gonna pop in and see what they've got. And they had loads of new releases. I think this was mid to end March, I want to say, so they're probably much less new nowadays. I also was just a little naughty, so the first thing I picked up was volumes 6, 7 and 8 of You and I Are Polar Opposites. I do believe that volume 8 is the final volume. Now, I think I did make a mistake. I misread my spreadsheet, and I don't have volume 4, so I'm just gonna pick up volume 4 the next time I see it, and then I'll read this in one go. I love the colourful spines, they're beautiful. Next, I picked up Firefly Wedding volume 5. I've fallen a bit behind on reading this. I feel like it's releasing quite quickly currently, because there might be another volume of this in this haul. I have been really enjoying it. I've just fallen a bit behind, so hopefully I can get back up to date with this in the next few weeks. Next pickup, I was delighted to be able to pick up in Travelling Man Manchester, and that is Comey Can't Communicate volume 37. And the reason I was so excited to be able to pick this volume up in Travelling Man Manchester in particular is because that is where I picked up volume 1. I think it was 2019, 2018, I want to say, I can't remember which year that I picked this up. And it was a blind pickup. I remember in that store, the manga was on the other side of the store at that point. It was on the right when you came in, and they had a few volumes of Comey on a table in the middle, and I was like, I'll give this a go, completely blindly, not knowing what an absolute treat I was going to be in for. I have been putting off reading it because I can't bring myself to accept that it's over. I'm so emotionally invested with the series. I adore it so. It means so much to me. I will, and I'll binge the last few volumes, which I've held off on as well. I can't accept it. I can't accept it. I always talk about like my top 5 series my top 5s, and they've been kind of like solidified for a while now, and of that, only one has been complete so far, and that is The Witch's Printing Office. And it's only 6 volumes complete, and I didn't know volume 6 was the final one until I was already reading it, and I was like emotionally distraught reading that. I don't know how I'm gonna cope reading the end of Comey. And in case you don't already know, the other series on that list are Villains Are Destined to Die, One Piece, and The Other World's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. Absolute blubbering mess for all of them, I'm sure. Anywho, final volume of Comey. So emotional. As we have Kaiju number 8, volume 15, and this completes in just one more volume. 16 is the final one, so I've been picking them up, and I'm gonna binge back up to date, complete it once that's out. Been enjoying Shonen Jump series just way more that way, so as soon as it was announced or I learned that it was going to be complete at 16, it was okay, I'll pick them up and then I'll hold off and do it all together. Phantom Busters Volume 2, I'd read Volume 1 like towards the end of last year, and I did quite like it. It made me giggle, and there is also some emotional bits to it. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this series goes. Next we have 3 volumes of Undead Unluck. We have 22, 23 and 24, which I think gets me back up to date. I had fallen a bit behind, and I was just feeling a bit stroppy, I think, in this store. I was tired, and I was like, I'm going to buy some manga, which I know is very out of character. I don't know what. I'm so uncertain. I was going to hold off for a while. If I hadn't seen them in person like this, I probably would have held off longer. I'm just so confused, because where I've read up to still, and I've not read much in years now, it felt like it was ending. Like, what do you mean we're now more than double the volumes? I look forward to a binge of this for certain. Bugle Call Volume 5. I do think I've picked up another one, which again might also be in this haul, but I am going to not pick up any more until I've started reading it. Like, especially with Shonen Jump, like usually, and a lot of people say the same, like a rule of 3 volumes, 3 episodes is quite good. I find with Shonen Jump I need 5 because like just the nature and pacing is often quite a bit faster. I usually need about 5 to get into them. So I was like, okay, I'll go for 5. And then I got all excited on another later trip, which we'll talk about in a minute. I'm gonna read these all together and see how I do. Everyone is raving about how good it is, so I'm a bit worried. I've now got some expectations, but I will see and try and not think about that when I read it. Next we have 3 volumes of Gachi Akuta. We have 5, 7 and 8, and this was because I had some gaps. So I think I already have volume 6, and I think I already had volume 9 as well. Yeah, so I just grabbed the ones that I needed to fill some gaps. I have read a few volumes of this already. I have quite liked it. It's quite fun, shonen-y, dirty story, and so I'm just looking forward to getting into it and reading some more. Next we have Snowball Earth Volume 8. I have really enjoyed what I've read so far, and I really enjoyed binging some volumes for it. So I'm looking forward to doing another binge. I think I've got like 4 more volumes I can read all together, but I really enjoyed this one as well. Mecha kaiju thing stuff. We got 2 volumes of Kingdom. We have volumes 4 and 5. I haven't decided how I'm gonna do this in terms of like reading. Like, I'm not reading it as it comes out, which was kind of my initial intention. I'm just not really finding myself picking it up as they come out. Saying that, I have almost done that. I'm making excuses. Because I'm doing my reading months especially, especially the last couple of months, Kingdom's just not fit into any of the themes, and I've enjoyed staying on theme. I think I'm gonna let myself go a bit more free over the next few months, because when I've like forced myself to get a bit too rigid, I do end up like burning out a bit. I haven't really read much the last few days, which isn't too crazy, but it is for me. If I set myself as my own like measure, that is unusual. So I think I burnt myself out trying to fixate and focus too much. So usually the way I get myself out of that is just walking around my shelves and randomly being like, I want to read that, and grab it. So I'm definitely not going to force myself to read Kingdom yet, because I'm not really feeling the vibe yet. I don't know what I'm feeling. I'll figure it out as I walk around my shelves. Next we have Witch Hat Atelier Volume 14. Now maybe this is the vibe, because are people seeing the anime? We did a watch party of episode 1 and 2. It was so pretty. Episode 1, gosh dang, I am very, very pleased. I was talking to a friend that has read it, and I was saying that I think the anime has actually done it justice. And he was like, what about the paneling? And I was like, they kind of work the paneling in. You kind of work the paneling in. I am a couple of volumes behind because it has been slow releasing, and I didn't want to read them one at a time. So I think I have volume 13 to read as well, so I'm going to read them together. But the anime, like, it ignited a spark. So this might be what I read to bring me out. I've also just noticed, look at the real little grumpy. Oh, I've gone blank on the name. But look how grumpy cute they are. Next, we have some Blue Lock volumes. We have Blue Lock 28 and Blue Lock episode 8 volume 4. So this is a spin-off. I don't actually know where it falls in the main series. I should probably look that up because I'm on like a crazy big format Kodansha binge this year. So Blue Lock is on that, which is why I've let myself start to get back up to date, even though I'm not up to date with reading it. And this will be on here as well, but I have no idea at what point I can read this compared to this. I'm sure there's like a Reddit post somewhere that'll explain it to me. Next is a random pickup on Amazon because it was discounted ridiculously cheaply. I don't remember how much though. See, it says Amazon Warehouse. This is Beginning After the End Volume 4. Manhwa under the yen press. Why is it yen press and not ice press? I'll one day ask. One day I'll remember to ask. Maybe it's source. Maybe it depends where it comes from. Is there any ice press under tapas? I have no idea. Someone with better knowledge can enlighten me. But yeah, this is a bit battered. You can tell it's a bit battered, but I remember it was real cheap, so I don't mind. Next up, I was in London. We were going through London for work, and we had to wait around for our train. So I mooched off to Forbidden Planet because I was just too dead to do anything else. So manga brings me comfort. Anywho, some of these I've read, but again, I'm going to leave them to talk a bit more about in a reading vlog video. So first off, we have The 100 Times the Charm She Was Executed 99 Times. So How Did She Unlock Super Love Mode Volume 3. This is a series from Panini. I've been really, really enjoying this one. And this one really, really annoyed me. Like, in a good kind of bad way. It caught me by surprise, and I kind of like it when series catch me by surprise. I'll talk about it more on the reading vlog, I promise. Then we also have everything for Demon King Evlogia, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Volume 1. This was a plastic wrap series. It is very explicit. It is an isekai. This guy is isekai'd into a game, and he like was in love with the Demon King, and he's isekai'd into the game when the Demon King is still a child and becomes smitten with the child and is like, I'm gonna look after you, I love you, yeah, all that. Apparently it has an anime as well, but they skip over all the smutty stuff. I wonder why. It is incredibly vague and, yeah, referred to as young and, oh, yeah. Don't say an age, but I eventually pretended like 18. Yeah, again, I'll talk more in my review video, but I don't think I'm going to be picking more of this, really. Next we have Bug Ego Volume 1. The story is by One, so like One Punch Man, Mob Psycho, and it was just really weird, but like in a way that like I just didn't quite understand. I didn't quite get what was happening. Like, I definitely read it. Again, I'll talk more in my reading vlog video, but again, I'm probably not going to run to get more of this either. Next we have Doggo Volume 1. I quite liked it. It's dumb humour. It reminds me a lot of like the humour in like Rooster Fighter, except instead of a rooster, it's a dog. And the dog has been adopted by the daughter of a Yakuza family, basically. And it's just real silly humour. If you like Rooster Fighter or you dumb silly humour, I'd recommend. It's quite pricey otherwise though. Killing Me, Killing You, Volume 1. I haven't read this one yet. Blind pickup, and it's plastic wrapped, so obviously I need to give it a go. All volume 1s that are plastic wrapped get given a go at least by me. Next we have Girl Crush Volume 6. I think I've ordered my Volume 5. I have an outstanding sci-fi order. I think it's actually coming tomorrow. But I do have a sci-fi order, and I think Volume 5 is in this. I think there might be a couple other series where I have like the preceding volume in that box too. I really enjoyed what I read. It just took me ages to find, I think Volume 2 or Volume 3, and now I have it. I need to go back and read a bunch. They do seem quite thin though. They seem to be about 150 pages, which is a little bit on the shorter side. As I said, Volume 6 of Bugle Call, it was in this pickup here. So yeah, I'm not going to pick up any more of this until I have read what I've got, and then I'll decide how much I enjoy it, because there are quite a few Viz series that I have kinda dropped because I've just not been that interested. It generally is more I'm not interested over I'm not enjoying them. And you might be like, what's the difference? Sometimes you can still enjoy reading it, but not interested enough to keep reading. I don't know how to explain it. I do know some people get what I mean. Some people get what I mean, and then some people are like, think I'm like holding myself hostage to reading or something bizarre. And it's like, no, you just don't get it. It's okay. Anywho, I will be reading this. See what I think. Next we have Case Closed 98. We are tiptoeing aggressively close to 100. I have said for a while, once I hit 100, I'm going to do a very big dedicated reading video. It's probably going to take me a couple of years to do it now. I do think I'm missing 97. I think I've given myself a gap, so I need to go and add that to an order next pickup or so. Next we have Super Psychic Policeman Chojo Volume 2. Not read my Volume 1 yet. I think I'll probably, again, pick up one more at least and then read them together to make a decision. There have been some Shonen Jumps where I've regretted just reading one volume because I've not gotten into it. So I think 3 to 5 volumes for Shonen Jump and see how I do. And here's a good example. We have Itchy the Witch Volume 2. Saying that, I did quite like Volume 1. I do just have an absolute love for all things magic, witchy, wizards, collecting spells and magic and all kinds of that jazz. It's all up my street. I am really enjoying it. Oh, look what it is. It's Firefly Wedding Volume 6. Yeah, I can't believe 6 is out as well already. I saw something about 7 in the next month or two, unless I read the release dates wrong. I think I need to read 5 and 6. I can't remember if I read 4 though, but I can read them all together if I haven't. Isn't that nice, exciting? Then we have Kaiju number 8 Relax Volume 2, which I think is meant to be just like funny, silly stories from the people in the Kaiju number 8 world. What I really liked when I read My Hero Academia was I finished My Hero Academia. I read like 4 or 5 volumes together, and then after that I read I've gone blank. Team Up Missions. I read Team Up Missions afterwards, and I think that worked so nicely. It was like a nice like slowdown of the series for me, because quite often I find when I finish a series I'm like, I need more, and then I turn to AO3. But this time I turned to like the fun, cozy, silly side story stuff, and I think I quite really liked how I did that. So I'm going to do the same since I have the option with this. I'm going to wait for 16 to come out, finish the series, and then read some of the cozy, fun spin-off stuff. Next we have Colette Decides to Die, Volume 6. I have talked a bit about it before, that the first one I wasn't my cup of tea. Didn't hate it, it just was a bit ambivalent. But everyone keeps telling me it picks up, and it's all because of it being a one-shot and needing to grow as a story. So absolutely, and I want to support Shoujo Beat as and when I can, for sure. I don't know how many more of these there are, if there's just one more, if I read that correctly, and then I might read them all together. Or if that's too much, I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. Next we have 2 volumes of Red River. We have 6 and 7, I think, of the Omnis. I do like that they put the single numbers down the side, so I can't remember exactly how many it is in singles. It's in the late 20s at least, so we'll be getting like 9 of these or so, 10 of these, 8, 9, 10 of these. But more than 8, sorry, it will be 9 or 10. Depends, do we get a 4-in-1? Because I don't think it's a multiple of 3. Anywho, I had really liked the first Omni, and again, supporting Shoujo Beat. If they see that there's a demand for these, hopefully they'll see a demand for some of their other old school series that have not got a print that is accessible anymore, is the hope. Next we have Chainsaw Man Volume 20. I have no idea where this is in Chainsaw Man. I've still not read past Volume 1, but Ben is reading it. I don't think he's like completely up to date, but he's like fairly up to date. He's not that far behind. So this is more for him. I'll read it at some point, but I feel like I just needed to like put it off because people were getting a bit too pushy about me reading it, and at that point, absolutely not. I will not be reading this until you all leave me alone. Same for a few other series. Sometimes that's why I haven't or won't read something for a while. And it's not like I'll never read it, I just need to do it on my own terms. Next we have Kingdom Volume 6. After I was like, I've not been picking it up monthly. I kind of have though, haven't I? I think I'd probably enjoy it more doing a bunch together anyway, instead of doing it month by month. Especially at the moment, I'm so busy. I'm enjoying stuff a lot when I can do a big old binge. I haven't done a big old binge of a series in a couple of months now, just because of the nature of like the themes and the months and stuff. And it's a lot harder, I personally find, with manhwa. So I'm gonna maybe save some up. I don't know. Next we have Rooster Fighter Volume 8. I did pick it up from Maker 3 for 2. I hadn't realised I'm like a few volumes behind now. I do think it's silly. I think it's dumb. I think it's kind of great. I feel a bit bad for some of the hate it gets, because I don't think it's necessarily because of the series. It's because of the like weird favoritism that Viz shows it. But it's just really, really wonderfully dumb. I love dumb. Next we have a couple of volumes of Record of Ragnarok. We have 17 and 18. I hadn't realised I'd been 2 volumes behind. I'm so behind, and I loved the series. I'm quite devastated. So this is absolutely a binge series that is going to be happening in the next few months. I just love Record of Ragnarok. I just need to get back on picking a series and binging it, and that's when I just do my best reading, most enjoyable reading as well when I do that. Next we have Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated Volume 7. This is the Magic the Gathering manga, plastic wrapped, because I think they come with cards. This is quite a long series. I think it's like 17 or 18 volumes complete. It finished recently-ish, but it is quite an interesting read. Considering I've been quite like aggressive about not touching magic because of like having too many things I put money into. It is like interesting, but not enough. I don't think I'm interested enough. Last pickup from Forbidden Planet London was in the sale section, and it is volume 9 of the box that I picked up for £7.99, which isn't bad. That's like more than half price, or about half price actually. I just couldn't get into volume 1. It's one of the only series I think I've fallen behind on picking up. I think genuinely there is like 2 that I'm behind on picking up, and one is the boxer. But every now and again I'm seeing volumes on sale, so I think that might be how I finish collecting it. I think it's like 12 complete, so I'm only missing like 4 volumes at this point. Next are a couple of pre-orders from Sci-fi. We have Me and My Beast Boss 4 and With You Our Love Will Make It Through, volume 4. I think they came at the exact same time. Again, I have talked about my thoughts a bit more in one of my reading vlog videos, but I really do enjoy both these series quite a lot, hence why I pre-ordered them. I don't pre-order that many series, probably name like a dozen series I've ever pre-ordered stuff for. I was just that excited. I did also forget I do have a Faku that I ordered from Amazon because it was like discounted. There's like very little I can show you. Can I like, that might be all I can show you. That is the title. It's called Wholesome Gals, except there is a letter missing in that. I did read it. It was definitely an interesting read. Fakus always are. But my favourite Fakus are the ones with the puns in the title, so I kind of love it for that reason. Next pile of pickups was from Forbidden Planet in Coventry. I was there for work on one of my trips, and I did very quickly manage to stop by the store, and literally as they were closing, I ran in, I ran out. So first we have Ruri Dragon Volume 3. This I think had gone on hiatus. It's been a long time since Volume 1 and 2 came out. I hadn't started reading it, I had intended to over Christmas and got distracted. I will get back to this. Next we have Frieren Volume 14. I haven't read 13. I don't know what happened, I've fallen behind. I love the series. They're always amazing volumes. I've just fallen a bit behind on this, unfortunately. So again, also on my hit list. This is my like, grab stuff, read it, take the opportunity. Next we have Kagurabachi Volume 6. I had said I wasn't going to pick up more until I read more, but I needed to make a 3 for 2. It's one of the pains of buying in person. I definitely pick up stuff that I don't think I'd pick up online, but it's also just super fun to pick up in person. It's more fun that way, so I don't really know what to do, but you want to try and get the best deal you can, so you want to do the 3. I just need to read more to see if I can get more into it to decide if I want to keep picking it up at this point. Sakamoto Holiday Volume 1. I have not been rushing to pick up the main series anymore, but I do always love a cute, fun spin-off. I'll check how long this is going to be. If it's like crazy long, I might not pick up too many more, but if it's going to be short, and most of them generally are, they're like less than 10 volumes, which comparatively, when I say short, I mean for a Shonen Jump, that's short. I'll pick that up then at least. Next, we have some Dandadan. We have 15 and 17. I'd accidentally made myself a gap, so this is now filling it. Again, I'm not up to date with reading it, but Ben is, I think, ish. Is another series where like I need people to like mildly leave me alone about it, and then I will get to it at some point. I promise you. Next we have Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Volume 4. I am loving Boruto, but I really need to stop reading it immediately as it comes out, and I need to like hoard a few volumes and read them together because it's just, I enjoy it so much more. I did that in November. I read like 8 volumes of like Boruto and 2 Blue Vortex, and I got so into it. But it's also so hard to not just read a volume because I'm just getting so like, I'm enjoying the plot and what's going on, and I want to see it resolved, and I think we've got a bit of time to go still, so it's hard to be patient. It's so hard to be patient. And then we also have One Piece Volumes 111. Crazy is that. This was such an excellent volume. Again, this and Boruto I talk about in one of my reading vlogs, and I talk spoilers about this volume. I don't want to talk spoilers in this video, but it was an excellent video. It had an excellent ending to it, and I can't wait for the rest of this arc. Next, I had completely forgotten about. It is a order I had done a while back, because what I've started to try and do more, especially like making content and talking about like what's out there, what's available, is trying to order / support smaller / independent publishers and stuff like that. So I don't know how big they are. I think they do, like, they're fairly decently sized digitally, to be fair. I think this is the first physical thing they have done, which is some novels from Publang, and this is Define the Relationship 1 and 2. I do want to say I am absolutely not in any way whatsoever calling myself an expert. I have probably gotten many things wrong about that. Maybe they're a really massive company or something, I have no idea, but I don't think they do too much physical, and I think you can only buy it through their website. So we have volume 1 and 2 to Find the Relationship. I have not opened it yet. It has sprayed edges. How cool is that? These are BL novels. I got a pre-order bonus, which I realized I have not yet opened, but you can see that before I open it. But yeah, I'm trying to, where I can, pick up or try to be able to then at least talk in my videos about them. Oh, there's a bookmark. Oh, that's a nice bookmark. All the glitter. You see that? Oh yeah. Postcard. Happy New Year, my Lyle. This is where like it's a character and I don't know who they are. It does look like it's a character. Ooh, I like things like this where it's see-through. And then there's like some cards with some quotes and it's got the page number on them as well. That's quite neat. Some nice little bonuses. So yeah, I don't know if I'd like stay up to date with picking some up, but giving them a go. I must say, the box these came in was absolutely massive. It was huge. I did like 10 minutes of past the parcel to get these out. They were not moving. Nothing was touching that. I think you could throw it off the top of a roof and they would be perfectly fine. Absolute insane levels of packaging. Well done to them. But I was so confused when Bren was like, this parcel's come for you, and I'm like, I have zero clue what this is. Right, next we have Forbidden Planet International leads. Now, I didn't pick up any like new releases, but they did have a lot of stuff on sale. So I did pick up a lot of stuff in the sale section. So first couple of things we got is Upside Down. We have Certain Magical Index, volume 26 and 29. It is a very long series and it's quite tricky to find nowadays generally. I have managed to pick up quite a few in other Forbidden Planet International sale sections, like the World's Part in Birmingham. I'm just going to try and piecemeal it together. A lot of people really enjoy it and have recommended it to me, like in person as well. I bought Ben the like biblical First Testament novel, because it is originally a novel, and he's been going through that very slowly. But I'd love to pick up the manga. It's just very tricky to find nowadays. And if I can find it and get it on discount and sale, all the better. Next we have Run on Your New Legs Volume 2. It is a 5-volume series complete and I am only missing Volume 2. So this completes it, so I can now give it a go, read it and see what it's all about. Then we have Volumes 3 and 4 of Polar Bear Cafe. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick this up because it's like a £16 volume anyway, so half off 8 is still a lot. And then I saw the red panda and I love red pandas, so I love pandas, so if there's going to be pandas, I flip through and I can see pandas in there. I'm very excited. I love pandas. I love red pandas. They're my favourite, absolute favourite. Then I got very confused because for some reason in my spreadsheet I had this series marked as complete at 4 volumes. We have Cocoon and Twine Volume 5 and 6. As you can see, obviously it's not complete at 4, but we do have a final on this Volume 6, so that is it complete. Yen Press kindly sent me the sequel, a volume for the sequel, and I was like, I haven't read the main one, and it turns out I didn't even have them all, so I couldn't have read it anyway. I like that it says the love story of the girls cocooned in uniforms of hair concludes. However, I have a follow-up volume that says otherwise. This is where it's a prequel, and it is concluded in this. But yep, that is series complete as well. Very pleased. Next, I got Handyman Saito in Another World. We have 4, 6, 7, and 8. I did have a gap so 4 fills that gap, and now I have a clear run to 8. I am curious why it is plastic wrapped from volume 7 onwards. But yeah, I do believe it is an isekai. It isn't one I've really read too much of yet, but I can't help myself, especially when it's cheap isekai. Next, I picked up Gentle Noble's Vacation Recommendation, volumes 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, and 10. So I only have volume 1, and I have read it, and it was quite a fun read. It's kind of like isekai, I feel, adjacent, because while the guy is isekai to another world, it's very similar to his own. He already starts out in a kind of like fantasy-esque kind of world. I believe it is also like BL adjacent. He has a very close relationship with a guy, but I don't think like anything comes of it, and like people have gotten annoyed about it. But Tokyo Pop is a bit pricey, so I've just not really ever rushed to grab some more. But again, see it in the sales section, I will absolutely nab it then. As I said, I have volume 1, but I don't have 3, 6, 7. But they're the only ones I need for a clear run, so I'll just keep an eye out. Okay, the last stuff I got from Forbidden Planet International at Leeds was, I got a lot of this series. Will it all fit on camera? We have volumes 4, 6, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 21, 20, 21, 23, 25 of Murcielago, a plastic wrap series. It's rainbow. I have a few volumes already. I think I have 17 and then like 1 and 2. I have a few gaps, but nothing too crazy. It has been on like my potentially give it a go list because it's plastic wrapped and I'll give everything plastic wrapped a go. But it was quite a long series, so I was like, I'm not gonna grab it because it's just too long. But on sale sections, absolutely. The last store I have to talk about is Travelling Man Leeds. Now, I went only a few days ago, like last week or so some of the new releases I've picked up are actually going to be slightly new. But first off, they had some 50% off volumes like in their shelves, so I'll show you the ones I picked up for that. So we have Glitch Volume 3. It was kind of an interesting mystery, but I hadn't been like into it enough to pick it up regularly, like 3 for 2s. But on sale, absolutely. I do like a mystery, so I'd quite like to see how it resolves. Next we have Akko and Bambi. We have 3, 4, and 5. This was just a bit weird, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to give more of it a go. But then I was kind of culled by the colour of these spines. The purple, pink, and yellow really look nice together, and I'm sure I'll enjoy some more of the story when I get to it. It is one of those series which uses like colour to like accentuate bits, this one being blue. Then we have another beginning after the end, this time it's volume 8. So much of this I've been picking up on sale. I still need 2 more volumes to fill some gaps, but just everything else I think I've picked up on sale or secondhand, so I just can't bring myself to just pick them up normally. I need to wait for them to be discounted and then I'll grab them. And then the last sale volume was Hell is Dark with No Flowers volume 2. A lot of people have been really excited about this. I haven't seen anyone talking about it. I haven't read my volume 1 yet though, so I'll read 1 and 2 together and then have a think. Okay, now finally, it is the like 3 for 2 stuff that I picked up at Travelling Man. So we have another Dan to Dan, this time 18, which I think brings us back up to date. Then we have some new vid series. We have Akira Failing in Love volume 1. Don't know anything about it. Very pretty. I like how her eyes look. I assume it's just going to be a bit of an awkward rom-com. The Most Fine Deal of Being Unseen volume 1. I wonder if it's a shoujo or a shonen because it's not got anything on there, but I think it's probably a shonen looking at the paneling. And also maybe, I guess, the cover. I guess I'll see what I think, especially I try to read a lot of the volume 1s from Viz that I can. There are some that I've slipped through I'm trying to catch back up with. I need to stop doing this to myself, but I bought another BL one-shot from Tokyo Pop. It is Destiny Paradise Night. Yeah, it's a blind pickup, but they're not often that good, to be fair, so I don't know why I do this to myself. Shoot Juliet Down volume 2, plastic wrapped. I kind of liked volume 1, I think I enjoyed it. It's okay, I'll definitely give it another volume or 2 and see what I think before making a proper decision. The plastic wrap's kind of loose, so I can kind of feel the texture of the volume underneath. I'm just like rubbing it. So we have Cat Crazy volume 3. I'm the same person as Cat Gamer and I love Cat Gamer. I've not started reading Cat Crazy yet. I think it's already complete in Japan. I don't think it's crazy long. I just don't think I can bring myself for it to be complete. I kind of mildly regret rushing reading or binging Cat Gamer because it was just such a comfort read for me. I wish I'd spread it out. So I'm being really like cautious with this series now. Curio Fan Club Volume 1. This is a blind pickup. I don't know anything about it. I assume fan club for something. Maybe this guy? Poor guy. Kaoru and Minato, Happy Life with My Girlfriend Volume 1. It looks like a quite cute GL, but yeah, I haven't read it yet. I'll talk about it in a reading vlog when I do. Next I picked up Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint 3 of the novel. Look at those words. I do really want to read this because I've been loving the manhwa, but I'm also a bit cautious of I have enjoyed picking a medium and reading or engaging with that to completion first. So I don't want to overtake myself with the novels. Same with like Villains Are Destined to Die and Bean Counter. I'm quite aware and conscious. Conscious? Is that a word? It doesn't feel like a word. I'm conscious of not overtaking myself. So I'm trying to be careful about what I read. Next we have Radio Storm Volume 4, which is the final. I wasn't sure, but it does say final there. I read Volume 1 and 2 last month and kind of liked it, minus the creepy zombies. I have ordered Volume 3. I've just not opened it yet. But with this will be complete and then I can complete the series. Last couple of pickups in this store / the haul is Baki Volumes 13 and 14. I genuinely can't believe that they are managing to maintain releasing 2 volumes a month. They started in September 2025 and it is April of 2026. I know there was some distribution issues to the UK at the start of the year from the publisher, but they seem to have been resolved and they're all good now. But crazy, absolutely crazy. Hats off to them, they've done great, I can't believe it. Baku was like a vague dream release. I've always wanted to read it. I just never thought anyone would ever technically print it. Technically? I don't know why I said technically. I never thought anyone would print it because in singles it's well over 100 volumes. It's crazy long and it's very over the top, I guess is how to describe it. But they're here, they're doing these, I've forgotten what the word is, they're not quite 2-in-1s, they're like special editions. They're not singles, they're not 2-in-1s. So I think Baki the Grappler is 42 volumes in singles, and we're getting 24 of these, so it's not quite 2-in-1. I want to do a big old video reading them all, I think is what I want to do. I'm just so pleased. I'm so pleased. And with that, we are complete. That was my cumulative haul over the last few months. It was definitely a lot. I think a large chunk of that was like the sales sections, especially in Forbidden Planet Leads. I really attacked that one. As I've been saying throughout, I am doing more regular review reading vlogs, so do check those out if you're interested in like more detailed opinions, and I do get a bit more spoilery in those, just to try and bring the length of this video down a little bit, which I think I did slightly fail to do, to be fair. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe and check out my channel memberships. I have fallen a bit behind because of work. I'm hoping to get a few more up in the next couple of weeks. I'll see what I can manage to do. But I also want to try and just get back on reading. I've not been reading much and I miss it. I really miss it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have the most wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye bye!